What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we have some interesting news, as it seems like undefeated, unified, lightweight world champion superstar boxer, 16 wins, no losses, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout. He is 23 years of age, stands at 5'8" with a 68.5-inch arm reach. That being superstar boxer Teofimo Lopez Jr. seems to be on the verge of vacating his belt, his IBF strap, instead of fighting his IBF mandatory in undefeated Australian star boxer, lightweight title contender George Kambosos Jr., which was set a few times but seems to be on the verge of falling apart. George Kambosos Jr., 19 wins, no losses, no draws, 10 wins by way of knockout. He's 28 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 68-inch arm reach. This fight has been rescheduled a few times. It was initially scheduled to take place June 5th. Then Floyd Mayweather had an exhibition with YouTube sensation Logan Paul June 6th, so they rescheduled the date to June 19th. Then it was reported that Teofimo Lopez, he tested positive for the C19. Then it has been rescheduled for August 14th. But we know Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos Jr., they went to a purse bid, as George Kambosos Jr. is the IBF mandatory challenger. And seeing as though they went to a purse bid, okay, we had the platform in which they fight on, that's with Top Rank, legendary promoter, CEO, Top Rank CEO Bob Arum, and the network they fight on is ESPN. But when it went to a purse bid, it's open for all promoters to bid on the fight. And we had Top Rank bid $2.3 million for the fight. Didn't value it very high. As Bob Arum, he stated he didn't value George Kambosos Jr. as a fighter very high. So they bid $2.3 million. And then you had Matchroom CEO and promoter, Eddie Hearn, he came in and he bid $3.2 million. Okay? Then Triller came in, which is a new streaming app. They came in and bid a whopping $6 million, which they won the purse bid, obviously. And Bob Arum wasn't happy because Bob Arum, he stated that he believes that George Kambosos Jr. and Teofimo Lopez allegedly colluded to get as much money as possible, to let it go to a purse bid, not be able to come to an agreement in negotiations, so it purposely goes to a purse bid. Top Rank, Bob Arum, ESPN, they get outbid by what Bob Arum allegedly believes is they knew that Triller was willing to put up big money. So Triller put up $6 million, which Teofimo Lopez stands to make George Kambosos Jr. stands to make $2 million. Teofimo Lopez stands to make $4 million. But out of that $4 million, he has to pay Bob Arum, Top Rank, and ESPN $700,000 or $750,000. And it's being reported by Teofimo Lopez Sr., father and trainer and manager of Teofimo Lopez Jr. He stated that they also have an endorsement deal on the table from Twitter. So with that stated, he stated that they're willing to put up $4 million, which will see Teofimo Lopez make over $7 million for this fight. Now, initially, what's interesting is Teofimo Lopez Sr., he did state that when he was talking to father, trainer, and manager of undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, in which Devin Haney's looking to have an undisputed showdown with Teofimo Lopez, that being Bill Haney. Bill Haney and Teofimo Lopez Sr. were on the phone, and Teofimo Lopez Sr. said that they could make $10 million fighting George Kambosos Jr. in Australia. So that seemed to be the plan, to go to Australia. As he stated, we could have 60,000 fans in the arena and introduce ourselves to a whole different demographic of fans. So they were eager to get to Australia. And now it went to a purse bid. Essentially, they got what they was looking for. They didn't get the $10 million. As they stated, they didn't want to face off against Devin Haney, not face George Kambosos Jr., where he stated that they could make $10 million. Well, they got close to the 10 million, according to Teofimo Lopez Sr. He says that more than $7 million is available for Teofimo Lopez to gain with this fight with George Kambosos Jr. Now, Triller, as I stated, Teofimo Lopez had reportedly come down with the C19, test positive, in which Teofimo Lopez had to postpone the rescheduled date of June 19th to August 14th. Now, Triller, who bid $6 million, is saying that they lost millions upon millions of dollars with them keep rescheduling these dates and them already securing venues in Miami, and the fight's not coming to fruition. And now they want the fight to take place in Australia. This is the initial place that Teofimo Lopez Sr. said that they can make $10 million with the amount of fans they could have in a packed arena, where George Kambosos Jr. is a superstar in Australia. He's not even a star here in the States. This is no slight to George Kambosos Jr., but he's relatively unknown in the United States. But in Australia, he's a big deal. Like Teofimo Lopez is essentially a big deal here in the States. He's not the biggest of superstars, but he's definitely a big name here in the United States. And George Kambosos Jr., seeing as though there's not a whopping amount of Australian fighters that are just knocking on the superstardom door, George Kambosos Jr. has a big name in Australia. Thus the reason why initially Teofimo Lopez Sr. said that they wanted to have the fight in Australia. Well, now Triller is saying, let's take the fight to Australia because we can recoup our money by going to Australia with that fan base. Now Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Teofimo Lopez Jr. and their manager are now reluctant to go to Australia. They don't believe that they can win the fight if it goes to the scorecards. And now they're saying they're going to vacate the IBF title and go straight away from here on out right into a fight with VASILY Lomachenko, two-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, who was the unified lightweight world champion, and he lost his belts to Teofimo Lopez via unanimous decision. Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion, won the first 7 rounds, and I thought that VASILY Lomachenko won 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then I thought Teofimo Lopez won rounds 12 in a big fashion, in a big way, which secured the victory for him. Unanimous decision. Lomachenko wasn't happy, of course, with the scorecards or the fight itself, and he wants a rematch. He just beat a common opponent of Teofimo Lopez, that being Nakatani. Teofimo Lopez, he struggled with Nakatani. Lomachenko stopped Nakatani, as I predicted, because Nakatani's style is tailor-made for VASILY Lomachenko. With that said, it seemed that they had a fight already scheduled for October 2nd on pay-per-view, as Teofimo Lopez surprisingly re-signed after the bickering going back and forth and what seemed to be they had some sort of bad blood, between Bob Arum, Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Teofimo Lopez Jr., top rank, and how he was being handled, that being Teofimo Lopez and viewed. Out of nowhere, suddenly Teofimo Lopez restructured his deal with Top Rank, with ESPN, was seeing him going to get more money guaranteed, and on top of getting more guaranteed money, Teofimo Lopez Jr. is going to have his first headline pay-per-view event October 2nd. Well, obviously, those plans fell through, but that was a clear indication that October 2nd date was going to be VASILY Lomachenko, right? That puts him on par for that rematch, should he have fought George Kambosos Jr. and beat George Kambosos Jr. June 5th or June 19th. But seeing as though the fight got pushed back to August 14th, well, that pushed back their plans of October 2nd for the pay-per-view extravaganza rematch against VASILY Lomachenko. And it seems like maybe they were looking for a way out of this fight with George Kambosos Jr. now, so they could have a big deal fight and a big rematch with Lomachenko. Now they don't want to risk it. Going to Australia and fighting George Kambosos Jr. and possibly losing on the scorecards ruins all their plans with the pay-per-view headline, because this fight is not going to be in pay-per-view. Well, it'll be trailer pay-per-view, but it's a one-shot deal. It's not the long-term solution for Teofimo Lopez's career. And so now it seems like they're looking to wiggle out their way with this fight with George Kambosos Jr. Now they're looking to vacate the IBF title, allow George Kambosos Jr. to essentially fight for the vacant title, and they'll move on with the Lomachenko fight. This is very interesting because Teofimo Lopez was very, very proud that he became what he believes is to be undisputed. Now we know the history with the franchise title for the WBC, so on and so forth, with Devin Haney. Well, this could see Devin Haney possibly fight George Kambosos Jr. Why not? For the vacant IBF title and a unification bout. That would be a huge fight, okay? Possibly. But Teofimo Lopez is surprisingly looking to vacate the belt. How is Vasily Lomachenko going to view this? Because Lomachenko wants all his belts back. He doesn't want just that belt. But maybe Lomachenko's competitive nature, just wanting to fight Teofimo Lopez again and get a victory, that supersedes just one belt. And maybe he beat Teofimo Lopez. He'll fight Devin Haney, George Kambosos Jr., or whoever has the IBF belt. So this is interesting. Can't wait to see how this unfolds because Triller is looking to recoup the money that they lost. Are they going to hold Teofimo Lopez accountable, take him to court for the money that they lost if this fight with George Kambosos Jr. don't come to fruition? Because it's not just as simple as the IBF belt becoming vacant and him dropping the belt. It's the fact that Triller is looking to recoup the money that they lost. And the only way for them to recoup that is for Teofimo Lopez to get in the square circle. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Hi, my name is Heather Vahid Hardy, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.